Hey everyone, week 7, we're almost there. You're doing a great job. I just want to drop you a quick video so you know what to expect for this week. This will be days 29 through 33 of e-learning, covering the days of May 18th through the 22nd. So here's the video on how to go about being successful this week and what we have and how to do it. And a side note for the few of us who have still not completed the Melcon on the short story The Egg, please shoot me an email and we will come up with an alternative plan for you as to what you're getting done and when. So let me know. I'm here to help, but it's hard for me to help if I can't reach out and talk to you about it. So please do reach out and we will get that squared away. Monday and Tuesday, May 18th and 19th, we are going to be working on something similar to what we did last week, where you have a short story. In this case, it's an article. And this one is called Rays, Sharks, and Dolphins Enjoy New Freedom as Humans Retreat from the Oceans. So it is a pretty new article from, I believe, late April. And it's also relevant due to all the circumstances that are going on all over the world with quarantines and the virus and all that stuff. But a pretty unique perspective and actually some good news. So I think it'll be a nice read, give you something that you probably haven't heard about yet. So after you read this short article, I believe it's parts of 3 pages, students will answer 6 questions at the end of the article. I've scheduled this to be something to do Monday and Tuesday, but as always, assignments are due Friday at midnight. So it's up to you when you're getting it done. But if you're following my weekly schedule, Monday and Tuesday would be the day to do that. So let's take a look at that. This is going to be assignment number 16, Oceans. So if we go to our classwork tab at the top, assignment number 16 will be at the top. We click on it. And this is all the information that we just took a look at that is in our schedule. This is the first page of the article. It just tells you maybe how to break up the work. So Monday, if you want, you could read the first or the 3 pages, which are going to be labeled pages 2 to 4 because the instruction page is number 1. And I just want you to highlight 3 sentences or phrases that you find interesting while you're reading. So you have a goal while you're reading. And then Tuesday, you're going to answer the 6 questions on the 5th page. So you're going to follow the directions in each question. Each question will tell you exactly what you need in order to respond and how many points each response is worth. I do want you to focus on writing complete sentences. That is something that a few of us struggled with last week, and I know that's something that we've been practicing all year, and that is a valuable skill that we'll be carrying on to the rest of high school, meaning I want you to practice it here. Always spell check. That's just good practice. This is a little direction on how to do so. Once again, really hammering home that complete sentence idea, and then make sure you click that submit button in Google Classroom when you are done. So it's officially turned in. I know you're done with it, and then I can grade it. It's going to be worth 13 total points, similar to the one last week. This is the actual assignment itself. Everyone gets this document, and you can type your answers on it yourself. So this is what we just talked about. Page 2 is the beginning of the story. So we're reading through, we're highlighting 3 different sentences or phrases that we find interesting or that we didn't know about. And then here's a pretty picture for you. Those are some rays, very cool. I've actually seen some in person. They're pretty interesting creatures. And then we get to page 5. These are our questions. We have 6 of them. The beginning is just going to tell you what type of question it is, so what type of skill you're working on. And then after that dash is going to be the question itself. So for our first 2 questions, we're paraphrasing, meaning we're writing in our own words. We're taking something that we read and we are writing it in our own words. So first question, 2 positive things that are happening in the oceans and with aquatic animals due to all the coronavirus stuff. And then question 2 is pretty much the opposite, 2 negative things that are happening with the oceans and aquatic animals due to stay-at-home orders. Question 3 is going to be quoting and citing. Here's the format. We want our context, so we're explaining or introducing what we're going to be talking about in the quote, where it came from, why it's important, what question it's answering. Using that comma right there to make sure we connect that to the quote. We do not want to directly start a sentence with a quote. That's a fragment. That's just not grammatically correct. So we want to connect the context to the quote with the comma. and then we are using our citation format of parenthesis, last name of the author, which is near the top of the article, and then page number. We can just go off these pages, that's fine, followed by the end of a parenthesis and a period only after the citation. Context clues. So in the second to last paragraph on page 2, the article talks about pods based on the context, so all the information around it, the paragraph before, the paragraph it's in, the paragraph after. What do you think the term pod means here? All you need to do is explain in one sentence. So for those of us that may struggle to find that, is going to be in this paragraph right here, pods right there. So we're going to read these 3 over again, practicing rereading. That's a good comprehension strategy, and we're using the info around it to tell us what that word might mean if we do not know. Going back down to the questions, now we're on 5. So this is an opinion question, and then you are supporting your opinion with evidence. That is similar to some Melcon stuff we've been doing with our quoting and then our links. In your personal opinion, do you think some of the positive things that have occurred in our oceans since the quarantines began will continue to last into the future? You will probably become a little more educated on that and have a bit more evidence or an opinion once you've read the article, but you're just picking a side and you're explaining why you think it will or will not last into the future. Complete sentences, 2 points. Finally, question 6. Text-to-self connection. So we're applying what we've read and we're taking it into our own life, making it relevant because it shows that it's connecting with us. Would you support new laws to help with ocean and marine life conservation? I want you to look at the positives and negatives you wrote up here in these first 2 questions, because it's not going to be straightforward. It's not going to be all good or all bad. There's going to be some positives and some negatives if some things were to change. So I want you to weigh that, and I want you to tell me what you think and why. Why or why not would you be supporting any new laws to do some conservation with the ocean or marine life? And then tell me why. So if it's yes, tell me some positive things that you think would come from it. No, tell me why you don't think it's the best idea. And if you're somewhere in between, that's fine. Just tell me why. Probably something that you think is positive and negative, but it's tough to weigh that. So that is our assignment for Monday and Tuesday. Once again, assignment number 16, oceans, can be found in the classwork tab. Going back to our schedule, Wednesday is going to continue the trend of independent learning days as ordered by the district. You should have no new assignments in any classes. I can only speak for mine, but that is the case here. Days 32 and 33, Thursday and Friday, so the end of this week, the 21st and the 22nd. These are going to be makeup days. So if you are missing work in my class, I am gifting you these days to work on things that you are struggling with, haven't tried yet, partially done but not turned in. Whatever you need to do, use this time to make some stuff up. I will be at my computer, as usual, from at least 9 to 2, Monday through Friday, but especially on Thursday and Friday, try to take advantage of that, all right? If you're struggling with something, reach out. Talk to me so I can help. First thing we would need to focus on is going to be that Melcon. So if we have not done that yet, that is item number 1. Otherwise, focus on anything else that is not yet turned in and submit it, and I will grade those as they come in. I will give you feedback on your assignment. I will give you points on your assignment. I'll return it via Google Classroom, and then I will enter it into Skyward right after that. So it should all be updated relatively quickly as that late work comes in. If you are someone who does not have any missing assignments, first of all, awesome job. That is really just great time management, great work. I know everyone's working hard, whether you got a couple missing things or not, but good job. Keep it up. But if you don't have any missing assignments, you do not have any official work for the day, but I would highly recommend trying to find a book that you might be interested in and reading it for 15 to 20 minutes each of these 2 days. I'm not going to do a check-in. That's not for a grade. But if you don't have missing work, I think this would be an enriching thing to do for you. Kind of get you jump-started with some reading, possibly carry a book over into the summer. But if you don't have any missing work, there is no official work for these days. That is just a very high recommendation on my part. So that is pretty much the gist of those 2 days. Reach out, get some work done if you are a little behind. If you are missing stuff in other classes, feel free to use this time for that as well, especially if you don't have anything missing for me. And then just submit those via Google Classroom. Try out a book if you have the time. I know I can send you some sites that give you some PDF versions of some books if you don't have a lot laying around at home, so you could read it on the computer. Reach out. I'm happy to help any way possible. Something that's come up a few times over the last week, so I wanted to address it. Classes for students who receive a passing grade will be done on Monday, June 1st for freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. So that includes you. So if you have a passing grade, Monday, June 1st is going to be that last day for you. If you do not, you're going to be having some time to make up some work over the summer. So my recommendation would be to get that knocked out now so you can just be done with it June 1st and enjoy the summer in any way possible. And then that's just one less thing to have on your plate. Do all this in order, please. Follow the directions on the actual assignments themselves that we've talked about. Rewatch this video if you need some extra help. All assignments are due Friday, May 22nd at midnight, so our oceans assignment. And then email me at this address if you would like to talk about anything, school-related or otherwise. I'm going to be at my computer from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. So reach out. If I don't get back to you because you've emailed me after that, the latest you'll hear from me is that next morning. The checking in is just going to be based on getting that work done or reaching out. And then finally, keep it up. We're so close. I know this hasn't been easy, but you've all handled it very well. I'm very proud of you. So just keep at it, and we will talk soon. Have a good week.